Hello everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti and today I am back with another episode of Does This Yarn Work in the Sentro Knitting Machine? Today is a special day. First and foremost, this is not a tutorial. If you're looking for tutorials, you can find those on my channel. They're in a playlist called How to Use the Sentro Knitting Machine or the Sentro Knitting Machine, something like that. So make sure you subscribe because I will be adding to that playlist all year long and I hope that you will want to stick around for the ride. Before I went on spring break, I was asked about chenille yarns. If you guys have known me for any length of time, you know I don't really care to work with them. It's a weird textural thing, you know, it's just a personal problem. But I don't really work with it, but I do have velvet yarn in the studio, and I really like the texture of this velvet yarn. It is so soft and snuggly. So if it works in this machine, I am going to be just over the moon, and you know, at some point I'm gonna have to just make up a bunch of stuff with it because it's gorgeous. So without further ado, I want to jump into this video. This is the yarn in question. It is from a fellow small business, which I will talk about more so at the end of this video. Not sponsored, but the yarn is so good I just have to plug it. So I am going to go about casting this on. It is, like I said, a velvet yarn. It's 100% polyester. You get 250 yards in a skein, and it is considered a 4-weight. Alright, so already I know some of you guys are like, oh god, a 4-weight, but I have a good feeling about this. So I'm just going to cast on as normal. Just going back and forth. Alright, we are back around to the main needle, the indicator needle. So this yarn, like I said, 4-weight, I would put it in the very last tension hole, the largest one for that gauge, or you could get away with not using it at all probably, but it's not so thick where you can't use it. Anyway, I'm just going to start cranking very slowly. The cast on row is always deceptive when it comes to this kind of thing, so you always want to crank 4 to 5 rows, because that's where you'll really be able to tell whether or not your machine likes a fiber. And I'm just going very slow here. It's gliding through my machine like butter, so this is also giving me a lot of hope right now. Man, I want to crank this so fast because it's going through so smoothly. Oh my goodness. But I'm going to resist temptation here. Just going to untangle it. I ripped out a bunch of yarn from this skein. And I have no drop stitches, which is an excellent thing. So what I want to do is crank up a bunch more rows and see if this holds true for more than 20 rows, and I'll meet you guys back when I have proof of that. Alright, here I am at 50 rows with this yarn and nothing has dropped off. This is amazing. I'm going to just crank this around. I don't want to cut it or like cast it off for real because I might use this for a project later. But I'm just going to go ahead and crank a little bit so the indicator needle catches that yarn strand, and then I'm going to crank a whole row without yarn. And gonna crank it on off the machine. Oh my gosh, look at how it drops off of there. That's great. Right, let's gently pull our friend out of the machine, and then I'm gonna spread it out and we're gonna take a nice little look at it. Okay guys, here is the sample piece that I just knitted off my machine. Look at that. That is so soft. Like, it feels softer than it looks even, and this is just really great. I'm not sponsored, by the way, but I am thoroughly impressed. I've had this yarn on my shelf for about a year because, as I've stated, I don't really work with fluffy yarns like this, but I've always taken note at how soft this feels, and the way it just glides through this knitting machine like butter. It would definitely have me considering using this yarn for projects that I make on this machine. So if I just pull on it, it's super stretchy. Oh my gosh, and it holds a shape. Wait a minute. This is a whole discovery session for me too, guys. But it's very, very stretchy, as you guys can see. And, you know, this is a definite success story for yarns that work on the Sentro knitting machine. So you can make cowls and hats and things like that, but I'm thinking, like, in this very moment, a cowl would be excellent because of that stretch that I just did. You know, you pull it out and you end up with a much longer project than you expected to have. And I still have like half this skein left. So 250 yards will take you a long way. So yeah, you know, I would say this has been a resounding success. I will be rolling this into a ball later and probably putting it in a cake because, like I said, I want to use this later on. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this yarn, where I got it from, and all that fun stuff. Let me just head on over to the website. I always mispronounce names. So this yarn is called Velvet Nooky. It is by, I want to call it GuChet. Like GuChet. Okay, GuChet yarns. I discovered this yarn brand on Etsy probably some time ago, but they do have their own website, and I have since just, you know, shopped there for their bamboo cotton yarns because I love the vibrant colors of those. This particular yarn comes in 32 colors. Okay, it's considered a 4-weight worsted yarn, and it's 100% polyester. The ball weight on it is 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, and the length of it is 250 yards or 230 meters. The care for it, you can machine wash it, but you want to lay it dry to flat. You want to lay it flat to dry. That was a mix-up. Okay. So one important thing, I guess, to note about this yarn is that you want to buy it, if you're going to make a big project, buy it in bulk because dye lots are a thing. And it ships from Florida, but like within like 1 to 3 days. I mean, when I ordered my bamboo cotton and I got this as a sample yarn, the shipping was really fast on it, and it was professional and everything. So head on over there. I'll leave this yarn linked in, like I said, the top comment on YouTube, description box on Rumble if you're watching it over there. I hope you enjoyed today's video, got something out of it. If you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, because it not only lets me know that you guys want to see this content from me, but it also lets YouTube know that I am worthy, apparently. You can check me out on Instagram, where I post all my knitting whips, crochet whips, project whips, pattern releases, Jesus, I can't speak today, and all that kind of fun stuff. Or if you're super interested in Infiniti Craft & Co., you can head over to my website right now, sign up for that newsletter. Just head over there, scroll to the bottom of the page, and put in your info there, and you'll be notified whenever my crafty blog posts go live, when patterns release, when new merch hits the shop, and all that fun small business stuff. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy making.